Hello and welcome, everyone. Today we're going to focus on exercises specifically targeting the male pelvic floor muscles. These exercises are not only beneficial for improving blood flow to your groin area, but can also help enhance bladder control, sexual function, and overall pelvic health. Before we dive into the exercises, let's understand the importance of the pelvic floor muscles. The male pelvic floor consists of muscles that support the bladder, bowel, and sexual functions. Weak pelvic floor muscles can lead to various issues, including erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. Now let's begin with the exercises. Exercise 1. Kegels. Let's talk about Kegel exercises, the first ones on our list. Kegels are simple but powerful exercises that target the muscles in your pelvic floor. Doing Kegels is easy. Just squeeze the muscles you'd use to stop yourself from peeing. Hold that squeeze for a few seconds, then relax. Repeat this a few times, trying to hold the squeeze for a bit longer each time. One great thing about Kegels is that you can do them without anyone noticing. You can do them while sitting at your desk, watching TV, or even waiting in line at the store. They're a sneaky way to strengthen your pelvic muscles without anyone knowing what you're up to. And the more you do them, the stronger your pelvic floor muscles will become, which can help with things like bladder control and even sexual function. So don't be shy about sneaking in some Kegels throughout your day. Exercise 2. Squats. Next up, we have squats. Squats are awesome for making your legs and butt stronger, but did you know they also work your pelvic floor muscles? Here's how you do squats. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, making sure your toes are pointing slightly outwards. Now imagine there's a chair behind you and lower your body down as if you're about to sit back into that chair. Keep your chest up and your back straight as you lower down, and make sure your knees don't go past your toes. Once you've reached a comfortable squat position, push through your heels to stand back up straight. Now here's the important part. While you're doing squats, try to squeeze your pelvic floor muscles. It might feel a bit weird at first, but engaging your pelvic floor while squatting can really help strengthen those muscles. Squats are not only great for improving blood flow down to your groin area, but also for making your whole lower body stronger and more stable. Exercise 3. Hip thrusts. Our third exercise is hip thrusts. Hip thrusts target the glutes and pelvic floor muscles, making them an excellent choice for improving blood flow and pelvic stability. To perform hip thrusts, lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the ground. Lift your hips towards the ceiling, squeezing your glutes and pelvic floor muscles at the top of the movement, then lower back down. Hip thrusts are particularly effective for strengthening the muscles involved in sexual function and performance. Exercise 4. Bridge pose. Let's talk about the bridge pose, which is our fourth exercise. It's a yoga move that's great for working on your pelvic floor, core, and butt muscles. Here's how you do it. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Then, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, making sure to squeeze your butt and engage your tummy muscles. Hold this position for a few seconds, feeling the stretch in your hips, then gently lower back down. The bridge pose is awesome because it helps improve blood flow down there in your groin area. Plus, it's good for making you more flexible and keeping your spine healthy. So it's like giving your whole body a little tune-up while you work on those important pelvic muscles. Try adding the bridge pose to your routine and feel the benefits for yourself. Exercise 5. Pelvic clocks. Pelvic clocks might sound complicated, but they're actually pretty simple and super helpful for making your pelvis more flexible and increasing blood flow down there. Here's how you do them. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Now imagine your pelvis is the center of a clock. Slowly tilt your pelvis forward, as if the clock hands are moving towards 12 o'clock. Then, gently tilt to the left, like it's 9 o'clock. Then back, like it's 6 o'clock. And finally to the right, like it's 3 o'clock. You've just completed a full circle. Pelvic clocks are great because they help you become more aware of how your pelvis is aligned, and can even help ease any tension you might be feeling in your pelvic floor muscles. Give pelvic clocks a try and see how they make you feel more flexible and relaxed down there. Exercise 6. Pelvic tilts. Now, let's explore pelvic tilts, an essential exercise for strengthening the pelvic floor and improving blood flow to the groin area. Pelvic tilts involve gently tilting the pelvis forward and backward while engaging the core muscles. To perform pelvic tilts, lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the ground. Inhale deeply, then exhale as you tilt your pelvis upward, pressing your lower back into the floor. Hold this position for a few seconds, then inhale as you return to the starting position. Repeat this movement several times, focusing on engaging the pelvic floor muscles with each tilt. Exercise 7. Pelvic lifts. Next, let's incorporate pelvic lifts into our routine. Pelvic lifts are excellent for activating the glutes, hamstrings, and pelvic floor muscles, promoting better blood flow and pelvic stability. To perform pelvic lifts, lie on your back with your arms by your sides and palms facing down. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the ground. Inhale deeply, then exhale as you lift your pelvis off the ground, engaging your glutes and pelvic floor muscles. Hold this position for a few seconds, then lower your pelvis back down. Repeat for several repetitions, focusing on maintaining proper form and control throughout the movement. Exercise 8. Inner thigh squeezes. Let's talk about inner thigh squeezes, our next exercise. Inner thigh squeezes are fantastic for working those inner thigh muscles while also giving your pelvic floor a good workout and improving blood flow down to your groin. Here's how you do inner thigh squeezes. Start by lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the ground. Now grab a soft object like a pillow or a yoga block and place it between your thighs. Take a deep breath in and then breathe out as you gently squeeze the object with your thighs, feeling your inner thigh muscles working. Hold the squeeze for a few seconds, making sure to keep your breathing steady, and then relax. Repeat this movement for several repetitions, focusing on keeping good form and really feeling those inner thigh muscles working. Inner thigh squeezes are a great way to target those hard-to-reach muscles while also improving blood flow to your groin area. Exercise 9. Pelvic rotation. Pelvic rotation is great for making your pelvic area more flexible and increasing blood flow down there. To do pelvic rotation, lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in and then breathe out as you gently move your pelvis to one side, like you're trying to touch the floor with your hip. Hold this position for a few seconds, feeling a gentle stretch, and then breathe in as you come back to the middle. Now, repeat the movement on the other side, breathing out as you rotate your pelvis and breathing in as you come back to the middle. Keep alternating sides for a few repetitions, feeling your pelvis become more flexible with each movement. Pelvic rotation is awesome because it not only helps your pelvic area move better, but also brings more blood flow down to your groin. 10. Standing pelvic circles. Lastly, let's incorporate standing pelvic circles into our routine. This exercise combines pelvic mobility with balance and stability, promoting better blood flow and overall pelvic health. To perform standing pelvic circles, stand tall with your feet hip-width apart and arms by your sides. Engage your core muscles for stability. Inhale deeply, then exhale as you gently circle your pelvis clockwise, drawing a circle with your hips. Complete several circles in one direction, then reverse the movement and circle your pelvis counterclockwise. Continue alternating directions for several repetitions, focusing on maintaining smooth and controlled movements. Congratulations on completing these 10 pelvic floor exercises to increase blood flow to your groin area. Incorporating these exercises into your regular routine can lead to improved pelvic health, enhanced sexual function, and better overall well-being. Remember to listen to your body and progress at your own pace. Thank you for joining us today, and best wishes on your journey to optimal pelvic health.